Good morning, everyone. This is Sahana LK. Currently, I am pursuing my engineering in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore, under the Department of Basic Science. Today, we are discussing about the subject of Introduction to Civil Engineering. In that, I chosen the topic that elements of civil engineering and their mechanics. In this module, we are going through the scope of civil engineering. In that, first one is the scope of structural engineering. The scope of structural engineering says that is analysis and design of dams, bridges, stadiums, auditoriums, multi-stored buildings. As that analysis and design of power generation stations, analysis and design of steel industrial structures, repair, rehabilitation and maintenance structures, design of nuclear power plants, design of structural reinforcement for different types of structural components. These are the characteristics of the nothing but scopes of the structural engineering. Next, scope of geotechnical engineering. This says that to assess the quality and strength of soil or rock to construct civil engineering structure, to design retaining walls for soil retention, to decide type of foundations for different types of structures, for design of underground structures such as tunnels, ducts. Next, design of earthen dams for storage of water, for the design of roads for transportation facilities. These are some scopes of geotechnical engineering. Next, scope of construction technology. Construction technology is nothing but planning for construction equipment and machinery for construction projects. Deals with planning, scheduling, and execution of construction activity related to a project. Comprises of man, material, time, money management. Emphasis will on new construction practice such as precast construction and pre-stressed construction, safety of men and material, utilization of marginal material, etc. Constructions of background underground tunnels using modern equipment. Construction of floating structures. These are used to construct technology. Next is the scope of hydraulics engineering. Hydraulics is nothing but it is used to measure the discharge of water in rivers for design of bridges, design of pumps and turbines, design of hydropower plants for generation of electricity, design of water supply schemes for the city which includes design of pipes and pumps. Design of canals to carry the water to irrigation land from dams, design of wires for dams. These are uses which we are using in a daily life. This is some characters are nothing but scopes of the hydraulics engineering. Next, scope of water resource engineering. To arrive the total discharge of water from rainfall from the catchment areas. Next, to design the reservoir capacity to store the water. Water quality management and pollution control, scope for usage of water for garden and recreational centers, design of water supply systems for the cities and industries. Flood mitigation, land drainage, and the cultivars of control of water. These are some uses we are using. Scope of irrigation engineering. Irrigation engineering is nothing but to assess the quality and strength of soil or rock to construct soil engineering structure. Next, to understand the system of irrigation and common area development aspects to supply the water to the irrigation land to grow the crops as per the requirement, to improve the groundwater storage of land, to increase the food production by supplying optimum quality of waters to the crop through the irrigation process, additional revenue to the nation in the form of water tax and increased yield, cultivation of commercial crops such as sugarcane, cotton, etc. Next, we go through the scope of transportation engineering. Transportation engineering is nothing but it involves planning, designing, construction, operation, and maintenance of transportation facilities. Planning and designing of airstrip runways, roads, herbivorous, and railways. Maintenance and upgradation of herbivorous airports railway system based on requirements. It contributes economical, industrial, social, cultural development of any countries. Design of traffic signal for the control of traffic. This is nothing but the transportation engineering. Next, scope of environmental and sanitary engineering is nothing but to assess the quality and strength of the soil or rock to construct civil engineering structure. It involves collection of water, purification and supply for drinking, wastewater collection, treatment and the disposal, air pollution control and treatment, solid waste management and control, e-waste management control and treatment, construction waste management and control. Next, we go through the scope of geographic information system. Is shortly we are calling as a GIS. It is a computer-based information system that performs the activities of capturing, storing, manipulating, analyzing, and displaying both spatial and non-spatial data in order to solve complex research, planning, and management problems. These are the following uses of the GIS. Shall we go through the one by one? That is telecom and network services, accident analysis and hotspot analysis, urban planning, transportation planning, determine land use or land cover changes. Navigation is nothing but routing and the scheduling, flood damage estimation, natural resource management. Next, scope of earthquake engineering. Earthquake is nothing but a sudden slipping or movement of a portion of the earth, that is nothing but part of the earth we're going to break, that caused by the sudden release of stresses. Next, the study of behavior of buildings and structures subject to seismic loading. Forecast of the potential consequences of strong earthquakes on urban areas and civil infrastructure. Design, construct, and maintaining structures to perform at earthquake exposure. Next, is it also assists analyzing the interaction between civil infrastructure and the ground, including the consequence of earthquake on structures. Next, design of seismic control devices to minimize the seismic effects on the buildings of infrastructure. Next, we got this what we are discussed about the scopes of civil engineering. There are many types of the scopes of civil engineering. Next we shall go through the building materials. In civil engineering, mainly for the purpose of constructing the building, some materials are used. First we go through the stone. Stone is a major part of the building material. Stone is nothing but a piece of rock that is used in construction, that is called stone. These are the several uses of stones. Stones are used for the best preparation of different construction. Also, they are important for general buildings works like in foundation, floors, covering, masonry works, etc. Stones are used for the ornamental and architectural beauty of different types of structures. Stones are used for making fireproof structures. Stones are used as construction materials of different structures as columns, bridges, piers, harbors, etc. Next is the one of the material that is brick. Brick is nothing but it is a small rectangular block, typically made of fire or sunburned clay. These are the used in the construction. As in the first, there is a three classes of bricks. One is the first class and the second class and the third class bricks we are using for the purpose of building a construct. As we go through the first class brick, it is also used for the architectural effect on structure. Second class bricks are used in the construction, but the surface should be plastered evenly because of the regular size and the shape of the bricks. Third class brick is used to temporary structures. Broken bricks are used as aggregate for foundation concrete and the road metal works. This is what the standard size of bricks go through this. Next, wood. Wood is a material which forms the trunks and the branches of the trees. These are the several uses of the wood. Wood is also the best for making furniture. Next, artwork such as statues, carving, and making decorative objects. For this purpose, we are using wood. Next, glass. Glass is also a hard, brittle substance, typically transparent, made by fusing sand with soda and lime and cooling rapidly. These are some uses of the glass where we are using in the construction of building. Glass wall cladding provides a sleek and easily maintained wall surface and also increases aesthetic view of structure. A glass is a 100% recyclable. It does not degrade during the recycling process. This is also one of the advantage of the glass. Next, it is also most typically used as transparent glazing material in the buildings, including windows in the external walls. Next, we are using aluminium. It is a chemical substance or an element. It is a chemical element that is a light silver colored metal used especially for construction and aircraft parts. These are several followings of the uses of the aluminum. Shall we go through one by one? That is, aluminum sections are used for the construction of high-rise buildings due to its high strength to weight ratio. Aluminum frames are generally durable, cost-effective, as they are used for the partitions, window frames in the buildings. Aluminum is useful in aviation industries because of three excellent properties such as high strength, weight ratio, excellent ductability, high resistance to corrosion. Next, cement. Cement is a powder of alumina, silica, lime, iron oxide, and magnesium oxide burned together in a kiln and finally pulverized and used as an ingredient of mortar and concrete. The most significant uses of the cement is production of concrete and the mortar. Cement mortar can be used for masonry work, plaster, pointing, etc. Next, it also used in the concrete for laying floors, roofs, and constructing lintels, beams, stairs, pillars, etc. Next is the aggregates. Aggregates is a granular material such as sand, gravel, crushed stone. These are the following uses of the aggregates. Aggregates increases the volume of concrete, thus reduces the cost. It it also reduces the shrinkage and the cracking in concrete. It provides the cracking. The next aggregates are used in the many structurals. Example, different elements of a buildings or bridges, etc. Next is the concrete. Concrete is a constructional material composed of cement, fine aggregates, and the coarse aggregates mixed with water which harden with time. These are the uses of the concrete. In that, concrete is used in the construction of residential buildings. Concrete is also used in the construction of roads and the expressways. Concrete is also used in the construction of marine construction. Construction Concrete is also used in the construction of culverts and the sewers. Concrete is used in the construction of water tanks and also it is used in the construction of the foundations. Next is the steel. Steel is also one of the kind of the alloy that made up of iron and the carbon. Due to its high strength, it is often used to build the framework of skyscrapers. It is also used. It's still also used in the construct in the high-rise buildings. It is also used to the industrial buildings such as bridges, also the residential buildings. Next, we are going through the RCC, that is nothing but reinforced cement concrete. This is the reinforced what we are seeing in this image. Reinforced cement concrete is a composite building material consisting of concrete reinforced with steel. These are some uses of the concrete. That is, reinforced concrete is used in the construction of roads that is designed to carry the heavy traffic loads. Next, PSC is nothing but pre-stressed concrete. Pre-stressed concrete is a structural material that allows for predetermined engineering stresses to be placed in members to counteract the stress that occur when they are subject to loading. These are the uses of PSC. Pre-stressed concrete is used in the construction of superstructure of bridges, as also it is used in the construction of railways and the construction of water tanks and etc. Next, the smart materials. What is materials? Smart materials have different properties that can be changed according to the changes in the external factors such as temperature, light, stretch, moisture, etc. These are the following benefits of smart materials. Smart concrete technology offers an alternative method for monitoring the health of reinforced concrete structures. Crystalline waterproofing of concrete to increase the efficiency of curing. Next, increasing the concrete durability. It also increases the lifetime of the concrete to reduce the corrosion of steel. Next, the role of the civil engineer in the development of nation. What is the some development of the nation where the civil engineering is takes place is nothing but civil engineering has a very important role in the development of the infrastructures like new townships. Next, building structures for the rural and the urban areas for various utilities. Next, construction of reservoirs, canals and distributes to take the water of agricultural fields. Purify and supply of water to the areas like houses, schools, offices, etc. Monitor land, water and air pollution and take measures to control them. He is also responsible for the soil waste management and he has well planned and built network of roads and road crossings, etc. This what we are discussing in this class. Today we are discussing about the scopes of the engineering in that civil engineering. In that what we are discussing some points after the building materials. These are the some important topics in the module first. Thank you for listening.